Well, good afternoon to all of you. Uh, at the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Rama Patnaik and Dr. Kishore Satpathy, who have made me given this opportunity to be here in this nice evening at Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Well, topic is very interesting and very challenging in the global context. They are talking about future of library. In different occasions, we discuss about library without walls. Long back, 20 years back, when I was a visiting scholar in Varvana Champaign, they were talking book is dead, long live multimedia. And there are different schools of thoughts. So people say, yes, digital environment, virtual environment, it is expanding like anything. There is another school of thought says the importance of books and library will remain same forever, it will never be changed. And there are mixed opinion, but anyway, technology is always taking an upper hand. So when you say about this future of libraries, future of library is, we call librarianship. If we say there are three components, if the three components join together and coordinate together, then the future is always bright. One is the educators, practitioners, and the researchers. Unfortunately, there are advanced countries, they have a good coordination, but in an Indian context, the education is going in one side, the practice is going on side, whatever the products of the department, whether they are compatible to the job market or not, the industry needs something, corporate sector needs something, our educational background in LIS education is going something, and a lot of researches are going on, and many times, we need a PhD degree, doctor, and so, but the main objective is the findings and the outcome of the study, how is it going to improve the quality of library and information science, that is the basic objective of research. And how much these findings and this outcome of the study are being practically useful or being considered to improve this subject of library information science, equally important the services. Having said this, yes, this emerging digital universe has a great impact. The impact is due to, in the morning we are talking about why footfalls are decreasing in the library. In other words, the physical access to library is declining, maybe due to the internet, due to the number of other factors like e-resources, maybe the emergence and growth of social media, many other factors that contribute. And creating and managing digital content, that everybody is talking about a website, digital content, digital libraries. That is why we are giving a lot of opportunities to those e-vendors to be here and to be present so that the products are easily marketable in the libraries. Design and development of institutional repositories, promoting digital literacy, growth and popularity of e-learning, particularly the massive open online courses, which has a great demand from MHRD to all IITs, NITs, central universities, and the state university, all academic institutions. Massive use of social media and its implication. Now everybody, every young graduate, undergraduate or postgraduate, everybody needs that all information of a library or education or of the institution should be available in their mobile. And building virtual reference decks, improving new management skills. So these developments in global context had compelled the library information professionals to reorient themselves and compete in the global job market. Many times we get these challenges in many seminars and conferences. These things are discussed that there should be a revamping of LIS education, and there are specific recommendations by different committees, but hardly it gets implemented. There are many commissions, many other reports for that, but nothing concrete. Revamping LIS education shall eliminate the wide disparities. Just now I told that they are working in isolation without any coordination. As I said, the education, practice, and research. And the major emphasis, except we give lot of emphasis when there is a NAC visit to our institution, but the institution as a whole, not department-wise, but quality assurance, LIS education at par with international standards. Library information education training plays an important role. That is why we want to create the human resources, the manpower planning, how to man these libraries, what type of education skills they have, their background. Reevaluate existing and future human resources of the country in terms of creating quality manpower. Equally important is their capacity building, skill development, and the type of research, interdisciplinary research, multidisciplinary research that could take place, so that we are really fit to be compatible to the future scenario or the things that are to come in future. When I say LIS education in India, there are many challenging situations, like that everybody will talk about the moving towards knowledge society, whereas the IGCT is the major driving force. Everywhere talk about automation, networking, the digitization, all these e-resources and other technologies that are applied in the libraries, growth and popularity of digital library and e-resources, design and development of dynamic interactive website, how the student right from the graduate level, how he is going to be exposed to develop his skills, how to handle a website, make it more interactive, dynamic and innovative. Digital content management, it is easy to create a website, easy to upload a lot of resources, but after 10 years, 20 years, how those resources are going to be maintained, addition, deletion, and equally important is the digital preservation of these e-resources. So digital reference services like virtual reference, digital reference, like Ask a Librarian and creating that type of provision, and digital literacy of the library staff, students, teachers, scholars, everybody. And equally important is the personality development skills, how our language, expression, communication, content, leadership, other qualities, that also matters. In many universities, now we have a personality development course as an independent course, core course. Very specifically, I was discussing about the LIS education also should teach their students how to develop new management skills. So we know about the scientific management, modern management, general principle management, how to manage a library, to be a successful manager in the library. What is this new management skills? Think beyond or out of the box, what it was in 1970s, 80s, 90s, what is happening in 21st century. So what type of LIS education? If you say frankly, library information science education in Indian context and Asian context, it's mostly giving emphasis on the traditional with 3 to 4 papers as theory and practical. But if you go to the developed countries like European countries and USA, Canada, Australia, the name is only for library and information science. The whole content is the combination of mathematics, computer science, and statistics. The name is only library information science. They really work on how this information communication, studying the market, question answer analysis, information retrieval so vigorously, you feel like it is something interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary. So the leadership to build a team, like the management techniques to be a successful manager, the part of the LIS courses and syllabus, foresight, innovations and best practices, think outside the box and set example, healthy practices, which NAC gives a lot of importance on healthy practices, best practices, sound practices, which the others can emulate and others can follow and adapt it. How to develop public relation and marketing strategies. We do a lot of things in our library, but these users do not know. The public do not know. Lot of services, lot of products. How to publicize, make your library products and services outreaching to the public and the users community. Equally important is the project management skills. Libraries or departments, they are now engaged in the different projects, handling the projects, and how to get project collaboration, and how do you complete the project in time. Such type of project management skills is equally important. Equally, as a management technique, new management technique, or many, if you hear a lot of stories, a lot of problems are going on. Library is always problem, always problem. So then never be the part of the problem, better to be a part of solution. And every day creating problem, you look at the positive side and look at the negative sides. Of course, the departments and schools and the education is different, and the library is different. You have to handle with 30, 40, 100, 200 people. Resource generation and mobilization, the government is giving a lot of emphasis on this. This best example is the Prime Minister wanted that, no, I will not give any seventh pay to anybody. You give 30% to me, then I will release 70%. Then it continued for 3, 4, 5 months. From where I will, it is a public institution. I am not a private university. We meant crores of money. It is a public institution, central university, maybe state universities have their own problem. Even if it is 100% funded by my own institution, there are many like IITs and IITs, but you generate 30%. Anyway, maybe the coming days it is going to be more and more strict. Equally important is collaboration partnership. The NIRF and NAC, they are looking high scoring weightage for this exchange program, collaboration, partnership, and foreign scholars in the campus. There are many, visibility of the institution, perception. These things are giving top priority in NIRF ranking and NAC. Appreciation, tolerance, because of the library to be comfortable, not that the librarian does not talk to anybody, he doesn't want to meet anybody. I have seen many librarians, no, have you taken an appointment before you come to see me or visit me? LIS education in India, strategies for quality assurance, if you think in the national and global context. So the government, India is always talking about the reforms in higher education at par with global and international standard, hundreds of committees, there are many reports, so many things take place. But ultimately, we always know our papers, our documents are very up to date, very, very, state of the art report. But when it comes to application, when it comes to implementation, then it's quite different. So on all these committees, we discuss about at the higher level, at apex level, internationalization of higher education, how our education need to be compatible with global standards, and our training, our research, how the education again going to be the mobility and the employability of the students. Our Indian students, most of them, majority, hardly 10 to 15%. Most of the undergraduate and postgraduates know once you go to the European or advanced country, the moment you say I am a BA, BSc, BCom, the immediate question they will ask you, how much credit it is? We don't know what is credit. Similarly, in the PG courses, MPhil and PhD, the first question is how much credit it is. So once we decide that each and every course is measured in terms of credit, if it is a certificate course or a diploma or undergraduate or postgraduate or MPhil, PhD, each and every course is measured in terms of credit. When you say credit, it is the number of study hours. Number of study hours that the student is expected to put into use for completion of a particular program. So if you say that BLIS 1 year is 32 credit or MLS 1 year is 32 credit, it is 2 years integrated course, maybe 64 credits. So UGC is very particular. It is mandatory that each and every course should be measured in terms of credit. Once it is credit, that credit transfer is possible. I am in Calcutta University for first year MA. I want to change to another university somewhere in Mumbai. That credit is transferred, which is very common in European and the developed countries. I know one of our students who completed DRTC course, 2 years master's course, and joined PhD program in one of the American universities. And whatever 2-3 courses are compatible to that course, PhD course of American university, 6 credit or 4 credit or 10 credit, it was transferred and they accepted it. So now we are bound by the UGC MHRD rules to adopt choice-based credit system, CBCS. When the choice-based credit system, then for 2 semesters, every student has to opt the courses of other departments. 2 things happens. One is the employability. Employability means the mobility of the students and specialization. If my students, they have some interest and they will say, I need in this semester to go a course for cyber security, cyber crimes, internet and cyber security. Or maybe some physics chemistry departments is offering a course of 4 credit cancer causes and cure, or prevention and cure. That particular semester, second semester, third, the student goes there, he complete one semester and earn 4 credit. That credit is transport. The UGC and MHRD is very particular about choice-based credit system. Many of the universities, central universities, IITs, NITs, and most state universities have also adopted. How vigorous they are, serious they are, that I cannot say. State universities have their own clues and own excuses, and there are many things we are controlled by the state government. But everything, when you say, we get, frequently that MHRD, UGC give this reply within 1 hour, within 1 day, within 24 hours. So much of information which was not 5 years back, so much of data they need. Emphasis on mobility because of the choice-based credit system. It's a great challenge if we want that our students should be compatible, employable, if we want an international standard of whatever may be education, library, information science is one of them, then we should emphasize on internationalization of LIS education. We need a need-based curriculum. My friends, my colleagues, professional colleagues in Indian context will agree that the most of the syllabus are outdated, or if it is a little bit modern or up to date, mostly theoretical, and that is why it is directly linked to the employment. Your curriculum and your syllabus is the mirror of the department. We don't want to show you the building, furniture, equipment, 20 computers, 30 computers. You show me how much up to date is your syllabus, curriculum, how much is the practical components, skill development component. After passing the students, he is going to be fit in the job market. That is why the most of the corporate sectors, they believe in 2 skills. One is the skills and competencies, practical. Another is the communication skills. They are not concerned with your degree, gold medal, this thing, that thing, not concerned. How efficient you are to handle your job. Choice-based credit system, just now I told, and equally important is the competent faculty, how the faculty is up to date himself. A note of 15 years back, 10 years back, how much I keep myself up to date, how do I motivate my students, how I play an important role in building a career of a students to go for an NET, MPhil, PhD, making himself fit for the job market. So it depends upon the teachers how he is efficient in his subject, how much up to date he is, how he is motivating the students in building an appropriate professional career. Well, instructional technology support, these many departments, schools of studies are suffering for, we teach them a lot of in theory to make them understand, to make them, to improve their capabilities, skills, the practical lab, the softwares, the tools, and whatever practical equipments we need for automation, networking, digitization, multimedia, content development management. Well, thanks that the many softwares, tools, techniques that are available on open source, if they are managing, if I cannot give them training in Ellipsis or Soul or something else, okay, Koha is there. Let us manage Koha or NewGenLib or any other open source software. Well, collaboration and partnership. Collaboration and partnership, it's not only going to be the academic collaboration or professional collaboration. In the process, the faculty are also exposed to new techniques, new learning experiences, new methodologies that the other countries they are following or they are adopting, how those new methods and techniques we can adopt in our place. Faculty exchange program, their faculty will come here, our faculty will call there. It is applicable to libraries also. Many libraries have collaborative programs. They have many projects they are working with in collaboration. And particularly, there are 2 things, all those one, the academic set up, repeatedly I am telling NAC and NIRF, and they are giving a lot of emphasis on collaboration and partnership. And sometimes our BC also, he loses his temper. You show me your impact factor journals. How many teachers? 230 teachers. Hardly 30 teachers have account in ResearchGate, Google Scholar, and Scopus. In one day, he made it everything because these things are required by an IRF and NAC. Collaboration and partnership. You go wherever, whether it is national or international. We have to show to the committee, yes, we have 15 collaboration. 15. These things adds value to the institution and the department and also to the teachers and the students. Massive open online courses. Now the MHRD is moving towards the stop these courses. No optional, no electives. The students are bound to go for MOOC, 2 papers at least in second and third semester. MHRD is saving money by appointing teachers, and there is no need for teachers in those courses. There are IITs, NITs, IIM, and most of the centrally funded institutions are ready with thousands and thousands of courses on MOOC. Whether it is credit-based or not credit-based, you select a course, join that, get degree, and it is gaining momentum in India. It was not that much popular or so much of growth and popularity 5 years back, but very recently, 3-4 years back, MHRD is just making everybody to work towards this MOOC. Promote web learning and e-learning. It's a good thing that the transparency, the access to material, access to teaching aids, curriculum, syllabus, assignment, test, our e-governance model is working very well. All the students, teachers, there is no universities are striking, the result is not announced. Why the result is not announced? The papers are not checked. No, I will teach my paper, I will complete within 2 months, I will enter in my computer, in my e-governance, everybody, teacher has been given a code number, I will enter it, within no time it goes to controller of exam. And with the 7th day, the result is announced. Who is I see in the newspaper, the students are growing vice chancellor, registrar, COE. Why the results are not found? Because the answers are not checked. Similarly, the web learning, e-learning, if the courses, syllabus, learning resources, journals, books, all this bibliographic instruction, whatever help is done, if you can deliver through internet and making it more electronic learning and web learning oriented, that they are going to have a new gaining experience. Self-evaluation based on NAC quality indicators. This NAC is giving, it's not only the institutional accreditation. Let us evaluate ourselves. Where do we stand? Every department says we are doing best, we are doing best, we have no time, we have no time. But if we go for self-evaluation, let us know what is our strength and what is our weakness. If there is a faculty mentoring program, there is a parent-teacher interface, every student is artist to a mentor, what is the impact? Just now we used to say ownership versus access. Madam was telling that in the United Kingdom, we say no access. Once upon a time, librarians, they are all the owner of the library, key, as long as I am so powerful, the whole library key is with me, without my, now we are talking about access, instant access, multiple access, unlimited access. Now the madam is told the third thing, impact. If I have spent 100 crores for journals, what is the impact in the academic and research impact? How much impact that 100 journals I spend in the library in procuring e-journals? Maybe 3 crore. 30 crore, how much is the impact? Impact assessment, that is the third factor. Well, it is a good input for me to use the third factor. Self-evaluation, let me, if I am a teacher, if I am in a department, I have 8 colleagues, my 8 colleagues, 8 teachers in the department, if there are going to be 100 students, let us evaluate how much fit we are in the job market, our curriculum, our syllabus, and let us know our strength and weakness. So that is why we say that the learning resources, parent-teacher interface, so many things that we do so that the students feel comfortable in a teaching learning environment. Besides, each faculty need to be evaluated by internal. Every year the student will come and the assessment is students. Some days back, it was in the newspaper, all your promotions will be based on the student feedback, CS promotion. MHRD is planning on that day, big boss, no problem. LIS education in India, issues and concerns. We know our limitations, we know our issues and concerns, what exactly is there. There are many, 21st century has witnessed tremendous development, education practice and the research all over the world. how much compatible fit we are in Indian context to be in the market situation, and training programs according to the tune of the time so as to prepare the graduates to stand alone in the job market. Research, educators and research play an important role to conduct innovative research by providing innovative solutions to the libraries. The main objective is to improve the quality of library information services. So therefore, there need to be a balance among the three groups so that the librarianship, the quality of librarianship is going to improve, and particularly thinking about the international or the global context. We have technological issues. These are academic and professional technological issues like library information science as a discipline has embedded a combination between tradition and technology. Yes, we cannot go with classification, cataloging, society management, all these things. At the same important is the job market, technology, skills and competencies. And the quality of services provided the libraries, we need technological solutions, we need a lot of suggestions. That is why once upon a time, there are 1 or 2 library software. Now there is hundreds of softwares, open source, licensed source, digital library software, management software. All these have come because of the demand, the competition, and also we need that type of environment. Adoption and application of these technological techniques, compulsory competency-based education training allows competency building and capacity development of LIS learners. The open source and open access initiatives are a great boon. That's why many technologies, software, tools, e-resources, online resources, many things are now in the open access. Maybe there is a debate, a discussion. How much qualitative is the open access journals or books which are freely available? There are management issues like the modern management library system to face serious challenges managing libraries, because with this web, digital content, preservation of digital content, and how long is, they are talking about very sophisticated terminology, vendors, subscription access, perpetual access, package access, pick and choose access. So, well, they have to survive with their business. So, anyway, these are the challenges of the librarians to select, to take, they are telling what is this digital library, digital collection policy, strategy in India. Well, we are talking, we do not have a policy, we don't have a national policy on national digital library, keeping in view the copyright and IPR things. A shift from licensed software to open source software, traditional to e-books, and again convince the pros and cons of the changed policies in the greater interest of the institutions. We need to have a proper, these issues or policies. The technological solution will prevail upon remove barriers faced with the traditional system that we come across, and the best example is that you use social media and all these Facebook, Twitter, data transfer, all these things, how convenient and easy it has become, and how we can reach out our resources and services with proper training skills and virtual learning space and provide access to academic world. These challenges of acceptability, adaptability and accountability, let us have our mindset, let all the changes that are taking place at the global level accept it. There itself it problems comes whether we will accept these changes or not. Then adopt in our workplace and be accountable whether we are going to be successful or failure, and we'll try again, we'll modify it, but without taking any responsibility challenges. To get scared, fear, still our mindset is, if I am going to automation, networking, digitization, how much salary I am going to get, what promotion I am going to get? Well, let us accept these challenges. Schools of library studies can take these challenges of LIS education training at global relevance. We have to move forward, keeping in view the global developments and the capacity, competency of the professionals, young graduates, which could contribute, definitely will contribute to the future of librarianship.
Sir, thank you very much for your presentation, and I hope you have covered all the portion required for the development of library profession, especially in India. And some of the points, sir, you mentioned very rightly that if we want to stand our LIS education equal to the international standard, we need to think like that. So this is not my question, because you have touched every portion like technology, curriculum, the accreditation policy, national policy. So, sir, I wish to know, means as a library professional, your views why these things are not taking place.
Why these things are
Not taking place. When we know that if we change like this, our education system and our library system, our service will improve. So this is just your views. Why it is not taking place?
Well, I am just an individual. I am not a government or a body or association or anything. What is, we know these developments are taking place. We need a forum. We have to collectively work for that. Whether at my department level or professional level or the professional bodies or to pursue the government, what they call it, lobbying in the legislative and parliament. Everybody was so hopeful that national mission will take place, and after 3 years the mission will be converted into commission. Everybody is happy, and it was the outcome of the National Knowledge Commission. If there is going to be a government body, rules, regulation and regulatory bodies, of course everybody will expect that some quality will be maintained. With this isolation, without any coordination to any group, if we are scattered and isolated and we divide in our opinion, then things will not move. Things will not move. Well, you can do something at the individual level, but it's very difficult to do it collectively or at the government level. There are institutions, there are departments, those who have done very good job, but in course of time, they have been collapsed because of the recognition, because of the value, whether it is universities or state government or central government. So we need commitment to our profession and speak in one voice. If you divide your opinion, then the management, government, everybody will take